Hello, young legion. Train! Okay, hello. My name is Anthony Wall. You know, if you've been following my videos, since before it was found out, I caught a principal child offender with more then and now recorded interbranch involved with him and with his campus. Those same people are recorded on off all the other campuses in town with locations next to them. Also involved with a pattern of organized crime acts and methods recorded with doctors associated with houses next to them with the kids. Also involved with predicate acts on and off the campuses connected. They're keeping them needing to hide lie progressions. They're keeping them needing to hurt each age of correlation nature, which is a trinity, inherent, active, and progressive, bonded. And with two identities of sequence/simultaneous nature also bonded with that. Per science. Per the science that ancients actually, English is revealed to teach this. The evidences of it are inherent to English. It is the identity of conjunctions to all parts of English as one identity of volume. The same exact way all the identities of your body, the individual identities of your body, simultaneously have grouped and together a semi-nature relationship to together complete identity of volume, and that further as a semi-nature relationship to one identity of value progression that is as the body of value, the body of forever. Excuse me. That is as the identity of the body of forever. Now, identity of a person, the identities of value are bigger than the bodies of value there are. This is why we are body of value. Cell, nucleus, cell, body, cell, wall. Note 3 manifest, bonded, distinct, but non-distinct and simultaneous identities that also share an identity as a complete identity, each cell. And further, they have two identities of sequence nature that are valued simultaneously with those three values, not just the water and the mixture of oxygen and nitrogen and carbon gases. So it is the mixture that is positive or negative to ourselves, not the oxygen alone. The negative, the carbon gases aren't negative by themselves. Isolated, they're poison, but together the right mixture is what is not poison. It includes carbon gases. See, our system is a natural system that human fact-treatment nature was taken to other systems to make human fact-treatment nature forced to defend roles as natures of positive called criminal insidiousness natures. Now, I am not a lawyer, I'm not a police force, I'm not a criminal. Lawyers are recorded with the interbranch and with foreign police here. Foreign lawyers here and there, sick, hundreds of nations at once. Not just with the reactions and with and as these pathogens like coronavirus. They're incapable. When you see them putting up tents and stuff now, and their excuse is, it's because they're talking about politics. They've been speaking about politics. They've been writing about these pathogens and worries about what's going on now for a long time. Since I was a kid. Now, this is, in other words, two, what's that little mask? We go through, we're looking at the material that everyone goes, it's stacked, the stores are stripped. Basic materials. There's some kind of basic materials. They could tell us how to fashion it together. Most comfortable form, wins. Someone's going to make a nice thing. Not nice to have to wear something like that, but if you could do that to end a whole bunch of suffering for a whole bunch of people, you should do it. And you can force people to do that. And in other words, they force people to do a lot worse. which is also then defended. And this is again per this breaching method that originally and still used lawyers in the branches of government criminally foreign influenced. Per what our founders left us to demonstrate was their roles, is their roles with an entrenched breaching organized crime method. That was sophistication here before any of those victim predators speak before you. Now, it is recorded. They need to pretend such is personal. This is how they defend themselves. Because they're preventing the evidences that are naturally inherent, active and progressive, and even more than that, and while lesser than that, to be spoken. No, I don't understand. You don't understand because you're not letting people report predicate acts. You guys aren't letting people report wrongdoing acts. You guys aren't letting people actually record standing criminal and seditious natures of identities, of positive treatments, and of negative treatments. This is about fake justice. And then defenses of that, used remotely, needing to hide their lie progressions in relationship to each age of correlation nature, each position of it, each age, nature, each location, area, and state, criminally foreign influenced, of each hundreds of nations, A1 through Z, however many nations named Z there are. Nations, countries, territories, each position, how many names of people there are. A1 through Z, whatever. All exceptions included. If someone's name is or whatever. So, we have means to afford even free. Who would, okay, we need so much material of this thing so we can form these things, and this machine's going to cut it. We need everyone to bring it in, everyone, we're going to bring it in. It costs nothing. So they will, well, how are we going to get paid for this? Everyone wants to have their debates with their bosses be the Constitution, which is why and how it stays self-valued, abridged, and that force not told on. That means the surface values of the Constitution aren't being valued simultaneously while they are simultaneously having been and being pretending other. To hide the roles with that on a mass scale, the only scales, individually grouped and together, they blame other things other than themselves. With the same recorded manifest quality of fact, treatment, nature, relationships to the biggest things that keep repeating in the news. Healthcare, you know how much organized crime healthcare is involved with the lie progressions and their roles with database crimes on and off each age and nature of campus. Homeschool kids are also recorded having been used through time for this method. Everyone misses it. Very simple. Pretending it's complicated because you guys are sequence shift roles too. Using time always too fast, too slow. See, we have different police forms with the police departments that are criminally involved. You guys left that out since founding. You guys, when you can see there are degenerate victims, but victim predators, police that shoot people, police with their ignorant. Oh, but that's the law. You know, we have to maintain. But you're not supposed to make up things so you can read the law the way you want to read it. See, we have people incapable of defending their own identities as their bosses told them to do it, and of affording free speech, and of affording any person of each age of fact, treatment, nature with proper answer /s, actually capable of our correlation nature, of our words, of our free speech. So Wethersfield is involved with election crimes. Wethersfield's police chief is involved with retired and standing mayors, and with a Vega family, with Vega families. People is involved with predicate acts on off Central Connecticut State University in New Britain, Connecticut, tied to their predicate acts roles on off campuses in Wethersfield. As people involved with predicate acts on off campus, like Trinity College. Now forging names and switching names inter-branch, inter-campuses is involved with this. And uses of their recorded needs to hide lie progressions from those locations, and then acting criminally as wrongdoers, and with predicate acts with locations tied to that, is recorded, like wire crimes. So there were a bunch of people with the name Sullivan and O'Sullivan who are recorded, confessed, and demonstrated also intercities involved with the predicate acts on off campuses and with businesses related not far away from campuses criminally involved, and with the houses and businesses next to the campuses. Further, not just a tiki bar and Alina's Pizza on Park Street is recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with CIA, FBI, other nations, police forms, and overt criminal enterprises, and child sex offenders, and people tied to the child sex offenders who are involved with predicate acts, with some police families tied to my area and to the ones on my street. Further involved with this Sullivan guy who called me on the phone yesterday. I'm going to show you his number. I don't know where. I think it says town offices. And we're going to call. So here, can you see town of Wethersfield? Town of Wethersfield. Let me put it up. I think the light went out. This thing is retarded. This is an old phone. Excuse my. Let me just do one more thing. Excuse me for the interruption. Here's some elevator music. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I don't know who just called from Washington. I was just mentioning Washington. Seven two 721-2900. 860-721-2900. And it says town of Wethers. That's Wethersfield. Note that this is the town where George Washington had to come right before the last battle of the Revolutionary War, with the French general, to meet the French general, to secure his help to win the last battle, the last physical battle of the Revolutionary War. He had to come here between New York and Boston, to Wethersfield, Connecticut. Short horse ride distance to Hartford. For example, to Trinity College, first reportedly named George Washington College. Now, they left slavery entrenched here. And not by accident, they left out the evidence that is critical, simple, extensive, though. Massively important evidence that and how that slavery was left entrenched. It's relevant to the organized crime breaching method that was using human fact, cheapened nature. You try to speak up against those laws, there were laws against that. It's not just that they didn't have free speech. It's not just that they didn't have free speech, or there was laws against that too. They had words and fake positive and negative roles forced. No, everyone missed how forced justifications of that. So how we're engineered self-value. They use this as an identity of value progression containment system. That's why and how they are so recorded, so pervasively self-valuing identity theft roles and crimes with their patients and criminals. Oh, we're just trying to prove who's innocent or guilty. They've been framing innocent people with courts, and they've been attaching the sickest killers and people in overt criminal enterprises to roles with them needing to hide their individual grouped and together lie progressions. Whole bunch of names. They are recorded using crime methods, names forging, name stacking, pretending they don't understand people, with people that interbranch family kids spread rumors about and tell people they can't speak.